Okay, listen. See, see what I said. We already know. I'm not audible, guys. Screen is also visible.
Yes, sir.
So earlier, what I said, right? So we have got all the data points over a period of time. How we got this information with the help of your CloudWatch. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to set some alarm. What is the alarm that I'm going to set? Here I'm going to define a matrix threshold. I'm going to matrix threshold. So what is the threshold I'm going to define? Suppose if there is a CPU utilization, if there is a CPU utilization of my EC2 instance, if it is greater than 70%, if it is greater than 70%, I need to make my alarm. I need to make my alarm. The state I need to change into in alarm. I need to change my state to in alarm. Thereby, automatically your AWS will scale up. For that, I have written the code with the help of your Lambda. So, right. So what I'm saying here, if your CPU utilization of your instance, if it is reaching greater than 70%, if it is breaching the 70%, what I need to do? Alarm state is changed to in alarm. Thereby, automatically, what will happen? There will be a scale up with the help of some notification. Some notification is going to automatically done, or any action that I'm going to perform, or I'm going to send some kind of a message to your AWS saying that, hey, can you please increase the number of servers? So this kind of operation we can able to perform with the help of your alarm. So logs are simple message, but alarm, using that, whenever if your say, here I have taken an example called CPU utilization. It is reached beyond the 70%, take some notification. That's the purpose of alarm. Are you getting my point, guys? What is CloudWatch alarm and CloudWatch logs? CloudWatch log and CloudWatch alarm. So CloudWatch, it's one of the monitoring tool from your AWS cloud. Using that, we can able to monitor your servers, monitor your resources, monitor your services, monitor your application, right? Here, using the CloudWatch, we can able to generate some logs. We can generate some kind of alarm. Using this alarm, we can able to define some threshold, like that I'm saying. Fine. So let's see practically what are the practical thing I'm going to cover. Say I have a S3 storage service. Here I'm going to upload some file. Here I'm going to upload some file. When there is a uploading file, it is called a trigger. I'm going to trigger whom? I'm going to trigger my Lambda, where I already written the Lambda function. Lambda function, what this Lambda function is going to do? It is going to send some notification to the CloudWatch saying that, hey, can you tell me the content type? Can you tell me the content type of your file got uploaded? File got uploaded. So this is the task I'm going to perform. I think I have already written the demo number 1. Where is the demo number 1? So here, this is the demo. I'm going to upload some file to the S3. Thereby, I want to print the content type of object uploaded into the S3. Where I'm going to print it? With the help of a CloudWatch. With the help of CloudWatch logs. Right. So let's see practically. Let's see this one practically. We will get an idea. I will open my Amazon Management Console. Amazon Management Console and click on Sign into Console. Sign into Console. Now, let me open the Lambda. Any services that you want to search, you can search it in the search box, right? Which is called Lambda. Here, the run code without thinking about the server. That's called serverless, right? You no need to worry about the underlying infrastructure. Directly, you can able to write your code with the help of a Lambda. Simple. Click on this Lambda. And in Lambda, we can create a function. I said, right, using the Lambda. Lambda is a platform where you can write the code, but you don't need to worry about the instance time. You don't need to worry about the CPU. You don't need to worry about the RAM, right? So click on a create a function. Click on a create a function. So now AWS serverless application repository application, I have moved to create an application. Fine. See here we have three mini options. This container image, as of now, you don't need to worry because when I start the DevOps, right, I'm going to cover Docker and Kubernetes. That time I will talk about the container. As of now, you know need of container now. I will talk about only these two things. One is author from scratch and use a blueprint. Name itself, you can get the meaning. See, whenever, if you are the developer, right, I can write the code from the scratch, correct? Because I'm the developer, I know how to write the code. I know how to write the code. And what I can do, I can click on this, I can write the code from the scratch. But consider, I already have the code in my local machine. Or you got the code from someone. Or some developer, they have given the code to you. Or you already taken the code from the Google. Or you already written the code in your local machine, whatever it might be. That time I can go for a use your blueprint. So either you can go for when you are ready to write the code, go with this one. When you don't know how to write the code, it is already available in my local machine or somewhere, I can write the blueprint. Are you clear with this two words? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Dinesh.
Yes, Dinesh.
Yes. So I will go with the blueprint. Again, I'm not developer. I don't know how to write the code, so I can go with the blueprint. Right. So now, here, what is the blueprint name? So AWS itself, it is giving different blueprint actually. AWS itself, it is giving different blueprint with help of different technology. Can you see Python? Can you see a Node.js? And they have already predefined something or down. So from this, I will go with the Python and I can go for this get S3 object. Get S3 object. What is mean? See, when I need the notification, I already given my requirement. Whenever if there is a file got uploaded into my S3, I need to trigger my Lambda. I need to trigger my Lambda. The Lambda should send some notification to your CloudWatch and it should print a message called a content type. That's my requirement. Then Lambda should know, right? Lambda should know when there is a file got uploaded. For that, you have to write the code. What is the code that you are going to write? Hey, when there is a file got uploaded, for that I need to write the code. So I am going to use this code action. Get S3 object. So if you ask me where is that particular code, can you see this is the code action? When you select that one, this is the code. Consider this code, it written by you. You are the developer, right? You have written the code, right? So you have written this code. What is the purpose of this code? This code, it's clearly saying that if there is a file got uploaded into S3, I need to send some kind of a CloudWatch, I need to send a notification. For that reason only, I have selected this get S3 object. Get S3 object means when there is a file got uploaded to the S3, I need to get some kind of trigger. Who is getting the trigger? Lambda should get the trigger. Hope, are you clear now? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, Dinesh.
Okay.
We are in Lambda only, right? So how it's work?
Yes,
I'm not.
I will tell you
understanding.
how this interaction is happening. I will tell you. How this interaction is going to happen, I will tell you. But so far, we didn't do any interaction. We will do that integration in soon. Say, I will give you a function name. What is the function I'm going to give it? Say, for an example, this is my demo. S3 hyphen lambda hyphen CloudWatch hyphen say I can give you a name called 30 March 2023. So this is my function name. This is my function name. Then runtime is Python, architecture something. All this thing will be taken care by your AWS system. No, and there is a execution role. Guys, whenever if there are 2 or 3 services, it is interacting your AWS cloud. What I need? I think morning, Jay don't know, but other people know. Can you tell me when there are 2 or 3 services interacting with each other? That time we need one thing. What is that one? What is that? What is that? IAM role. Correct. Correct, Aman. Yes. Remember, whenever there is an interaction between the 2 or 3 services, you have to attach some kind of a permission that is called as a IAM role. That is called as a IAM role, because here who is going to interact? Lambda will get the trigger from where? From the S3 bucket. Then of course, I need to attach some kind of permission to my Lambda. Here Lambda is not only going to get the permission or get the object from the S3, along with that it is going to send some notification to the CloudWatch also. Then I need a two permission. One permission is I need to get the trigger from the S3 bucket. The another permission is I am going to send the notification to my CloudWatch to print some message. So that is the reason here instead of IAM role, they have written execution role. Why it is an execution role? Because S3 is going to send some kind of trigger to my Lambda. Lambda is going to send some trigger to my CloudWatch. So here they have given three kind of option. The first option, we can create a new role with the basic Lambda expression. Lambda itself, there is a basic Lambda expression. Basic Lambda expression since, so in default, Lambda, it is already integrated with the CloudWatch. In default, your Lambda is already integrated with the CloudWatch. That is nothing but create a new role with the basic Lambda expression, Lambda permission. Or suppose if you already created an IAM role, you can go with this, use an existing role. But I don't have any IAM role. But suppose if you can create some IAM role with the AWS policy template. AWS itself, it is giving some policy template. Using that also, you can create a role. Remember, here what is the permission I need? S3 will send the trigger that should AWS Lambda should accept. That's the permission I need. It is already available. This permission, it is already available under your AWS policy template. You can use it. Otherwise, you can create a role and you can give the role name here. Either of them is possible. For this demo, maybe I will go with the third one because already I have this particular permission. Amazon S3 object read-only permission. It is a read-only permission. It is already available. I can go with this option. But suppose if you are not interested with the option, I am going to create my role. Then you can go with this one. In my next demo, I will tell you how can I create a role. But as of now, let me go with this. Any question here so far? Any question so far? Yes, no?
Dinesh, so Lambda service only be used by developer or
Lambda
DevOps?
service, a platform where I can able to write the code. I am the AWS engineer. I don't know write the code, but sometimes your developer know how to write the code, but they don't know how to implement the Lambda. Then that time you have to help them. You have to help him. Are you getting my point? Yuvraj, suppose consider like you are working with AWS Cloud. You have an idea. What is your idea, right? When there is a file got uploaded to the S3, I need to print the content type into the Lambda, but you don't know how to write the code. What you will do, you can reach out to the developer. You can ask that guy to write the Python code and he will give it to you. Now, who should implement? Yuvraj, who should implement?
Like DevOps engineer should implement.
Exactly. Then you know, you should know, right, how the Lambda works.
Okay, that's fine. Got it.
So any questions so far? Can we continue?
Yes, Dinesh.
Yeah. So, and I can give the role name also. Say the role is demo. Say demo I am role, which has the permission called S3 read permission, S3 object read permission. Along with that, Lambda, I can give it. This is the role name I'm going to give it. And you can select the policy template. Already we have selected the policy template. In default, you got the policy template also. And this is the code which is given by the developer. You no need to worry about this particular code. But if you want to understand, I can explain also. See, as of now, let me leave this one. Maybe at the end of the today's session, I will explain how this code will work. Right? Leave it. Now come below. So if you ask me what is the code all about, the code is going to send some notification to what? To whom? CloudWatch. In order to print what it's going to print? It's going to print the content type. Can you see here? One print statement is available. Print statement is going to print what? Content type. And how it is printing the content type? When there is a file got uploaded, we have an option called s3.getObject. If there is a response, if there is a file got uploaded to the S3, it will get the response. Thereby, you can print the content type. This is a simple message I can tell. So in Python, there is a library called Boto library, Boto3 library. Using this library only, they have written the code. What they have written? When there is a file got uploaded to the S3, I need to print some message which is called content type. Where I need to print the message? In the CloudWatch, I need to print the message. Everyone clear? Basic understanding of this code?
Yes, Dinesh.
Yeah. Dinesh. And Dinesh, like, what are the languages it supports?
Python. Yeah, it is supporting Node.js. Python it is supporting. And if to understand that one, I can tell you. See, when you open this one, here you can find the different languages, Python and Node.js. Python and Node.js.
Okay. Node.js. Okay.
Right.
So it is compulsory to learn Python also?
So you no need to worry about the Python. You will not write the code in real time as a DevOps engineer. But the basic understanding of the Python, if it is available, add an advantage with respect to your profile. Suppose in your resume, if you are mentioning, right, I know the basic concept like object-oriented programming, data type and variable, array string, those basic concepts, if you know, you can easily understand this particular code. Otherwise, it is very difficult to write the code. In some company, you know, there is a DevOps architect and AWS architect and all. They will not go to the developer and they will not ask the code. They only write the code because they know the Python. But initially, if you are the beginner, you don't need to worry about the programming and all, right? So later also you can learn.
Okay.
So let me, as of now, let me remove this S3 trigger. Okay, directly I can create a function. So what I have given, once again I will repeat. I have used some blueprint because I don't know how to write the code. And the blueprint name I have taken from this S3, from this Lambda itself, and I have given some function name. Finally, I can click on create function. Create a function. Create a function. So it will take some time. We'll wait. Okay, see, in my dashboard, I can see, right, my Lambda got created. In default, you will get the CloudWatch. You don't need to worry, right? So I got the Lambda. Demo -S3 -Lambda -CloudWatch -30 March 2023. I got the Lambda. So as a developer, I have written my code. I wrote my code. As a developer, I wrote my code and it is already configured with the CloudWatch also. But what is my demo number 1? Whenever if there is a file got uploaded to the S3, I need to print the content type. Who will print the content type? For that, you need to write the code. And it is already written in the Lambda platform. Lambda function I have already written. Now, what is the role? What I need to play now? I have to create the bucket, right? Yes or no? Yes or no? I don't have a trigger, right? As of now, I need to add a trigger, correct?
Yeah.
So, where is the trigger is available? For trigger, I need to go for your S3. I will go with the S3. I will type S3, simple storage service, and click on S3. Click on S3, and I will create a bucket, a new bucket I'm going to create. Simply, you can give a bucket name. A bucket name is, say, my AWS bucket. My AWS bucket. It is going to trigger your Lambda. Thereby, you can print the CloudWatch, right? So -30 March 2023. Simple. And I have selected the region, yes, US East. And rest of the thing, you can take it as a default. Rest of the thing, you can take it as a default and click on create bucket. Directly create a bucket. Now see, I have created my bucket. I have created my bucket. So now let me copy this bucket name, or otherwise you can click on this. Let me copy this bucket name. Copy this bucket name. And you will go here and I'm going to add the trigger. Click on this add trigger. Sir, here in S3, what is ACL? Access control list. Access control list is a kind of network access control. Did you remember NACL? NACL. It's a subnet level firewall. In the same way, in S3 also we have a firewall, which is called ACL. Aman, are you clear? Yes. Now, here you can click on this. And what is the source? Source is S3, right? My source is E1 source. Is there S3? Click on this S3 and you have to give the bucket. So I can paste this one, which is the bucket. This is the bucket. My AWS bucket, -lambda, -CloudWatch, -30 March. Yeah, this one. So this is the bucket. This is the bucket. And what is the event type? What is the event type? I am going to, what is the event type? Whenever if there is a put operation means uploading a file, correct? When there is a put operation, whenever there is a put operation, I need to send the trigger to my Lambda. So let me acknowledge this one. Rest of the thing you can leave only a put operation and click on add. That's it. Now you will see the S3 also. Are you clear so far? Can you tell me? Any doubt? Jaya, you asked, right, some question. How this S3 integration? This only you asked, right, earlier?
Yeah.
Now we have integrated our S3 with a Lambda. Any question? What is the relation here between CloudWatch and Lambda? Wait for a while. CloudWatch is just to print a log. CloudWatch is just to print a log. When there is a upload in S3, Lambda will be triggered. Now the Lambda will print some kind of a message through your CloudWatch. I will tell you. Wait. See, now I will upload some file. See, now I am going to upload some file to my S3 bucket. I will upload my file into my S3 bucket. So click on this upload file and add a file. Any file you can upload. So I will go to the documents. I have a mini file, but anyway, I will go with the download. I can take some file. I will take some file. Any file available? Okay, I can take this one. DMG file. Go to opener.dmg file. I can upload. Click on open. And come below, and I'm going to upload this file. When there is a upload, there should be trigger, right? On Lambda will see. Click on upload. And I have uploaded my file successfully. So it is uploading. Wait. This is uploading. Wait. Yes, it is completed. Click on close. Now I will go to my Lambda. I will go to my Lambda. Inside my Lambda, can you see monitor? Can you see one monitor option? Yeah, click on this monitor. And in this monitor, you can see the view CloudWatch logs, right? Viewed CloudWatch logs. Click on this. And when you see the CloudWatch logs, see, when you come below, I can see some log stream, right? It happened at what time? 33/2023. In UTC time, 16:31, which is 4/31/49. And I will click on this. When you click on this, can you see here? And I can see the content type, right? What is the content type? It is a disk image. I have uploaded the DMG file. It's a disk image. See, here you have written the code, right? That code only. It is doing all this print statement. What is the first print statement you have written? Content type, you need to print. So can you see? The content type is this one. And is there any print statement you have written? And it is an exception. Whenever there is an exception, then only you need to print it. Only this print statement you have written. So you can clearly see with the help of your CloudWatch how we are seeing these messages and all with the help of your CloudWatch. How this CloudWatch will know this one? With the help of your Lambda function. Where the Lambda function is available? On top of your Lambda platform. How your Lambda get to know that there is a file got uploaded to the S3? All right. For that only I have written the code. Are you getting my point? How this interaction is happening? S3, Lambda, and CloudWatch.
Yeah, Dinesh. And here S3 uploads, it triggers the Lambda, and Lambda automatically triggers the CloudWatch.
Yes.
And
I can able to see the message. Correct.
Okay.
Exactly. Your CloudWatch is the monitoring tool. It is monitoring your Lambda in my case.
So this CloudWatch is automatically built in, right? In
Yes,
the
it is automatic
Lambda.
inbuilt, actually, inbuilt software, inbuilt service.
Yeah, it's inbuilt.
It's a
Yeah.
monitoring inbuilt service. It is inbuilt default, integrated with your Lambda.
Okay. Okay.
For Lambda, we have added a IAM role for your S3 because S3 and Lambda both are independent service. We have given the IAM role, but your Lambda and this CloudWatch in default there is a IAM role.
Okay. So they both integrated earlier, and
Yes,
so
integrated. Already IAM
externally
role they have
we
attached. They have already attached
yeah
IAM role.
externally we are integrating S3 and Lambda.
Exactly. That's the only job we are doing from our side.
Okay. Okay.
But you need to understand there are two permissions required for your Lambda. One permission to read your S3. The another permission to send some notification to your Lambda, the CloudWatch. Any more question with respect to this Lambda? How this Lambda works? Guys, quickly give me answer. Any question on this?
We
No,
can do this practically, right, Dinesh?
Yes, you can do practically. After
It
doing
won't
this one,
cost.
after doing this one, you just clear them, clean the resources.
Okay.
So fine. Let me clear the resources thing if you are fine. And first I need to clear my S3. Go to bucket. And inside the bucket, I already uploaded the file. Let me clear that one. Delete the file. So I can permanently delete this file. Click on delete object. And I will delete the ES3 bucket also. Where is the bucket? Click on this. And this is my bucket. I can delete with the help of a bucket name. Copy this, paste it over there, click on the delete bucket. And I will delete the Lambda also. Go to your Lambda, search the Lambda function. I can click on this and go to action, click on confirmation, delete it. Lambda also, I have deleted. Fine. Fine. Now, I will give you another demo. So to get some more idea. Demo number 2. Demo number 2. Consider this is this time I can take another demo. Consider, suppose this time I will use my Lambda. I will use Lambda and I will use the S3 and I will use the DynamoDB. I will use my DynamoDB. This is the 3 example I can take it. In default, you will have a CloudWatch. You know it well. Yes. Lambda, S3 and DynamoDB. You know, right, what is DynamoDB? I hope you all remember DynamoDB I have already completed as part of your database service. DynamoDB is a non-relational database, right? DynamoDB is your non-relational database or NoSQL database. So NoSQL database where you can find the data in the form of unstructured data. Unstructured data. So basically your DynamoDB, it will give you a millisecond latency, right? It is very fast. DynamoDB is a millisecond latency. It's very, very fast, right? But fine. Now suppose I will take one example. I have an S3 bucket. And I have a Lambda function also I have written. On Lambda platform, I have written the Lambda function. What this Lambda function will do, I have written the piece of code, right? What the code will do, right? Whenever if there is a file got uploaded, consider I'm going to upload some file to my S3. Whenever there is a file got uploaded to my S3, this Lambda function, it will read the file. It will read the file from the data, from the file. Say, consider like this file is CSV file. Consider I have a CSV file. I'm going to upload to the S3. What this Lambda function will do, it will read that particular file, CSV file, and where I have some data, that data will be updated. That data will be updated to DynamoDB. That's the program. That I need to upload to the DynamoDB table. Very simple. In S3, you are going to upload some CSV file. You are going to upload some CSV file. In CSV file, we have some table or we have some data. Lambda function, what it is going to do? Lambda function is going to read that particular data, and this is going to upload that particular data to the DynamoDB. Everyone clear with this? Everyone clear with this scenario, requirement? Are you clear with this?
Yeah, Dinesh.
So the simple thing I'm going to perform. We'll see. But before that, tell me, what are the different IAM role we need? What are the different IAM role we need? So the first IAM role, I need to attach to my Lambda. One is what? One is I need to read S3, correct. I need to read my S3. This is my one role I need. The second one, I need to send the notification to, or I need to upload the data into some place, which is called DynamoDB. DynamoDB, where I need to write it, right? Then only I can able to copy the data from your S3 to DynamoDB. Then I need a second permission, second IAM role. The third permission, you know, CloudWatch. In default, you will get it. Or if you want to configure, yeah, you have to configure the CloudWatch also. So these are the three permissions you have to attach to your Lambda. Is that right or wrong? Is that right or wrong? Any question here?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see practically. I will go to the Lambda. I will go to the Lambda. So click on create function. And this time, whether I'm going to write the code or I'm going to use a blueprint. I don't have any blueprint for this one. But maybe I can go with from scratch. But I'm going to write the code. No, I already have a code. I'm just going to copy and paste. Consider you got the code from the developer, author from scratch. Now, let me come below. And the function name I'm going to give, the function name is the demo -lambda -s3 -DynamoDB. Say 30 March 2020. I have given some unique date. It's a function name. And runtime, I have to select, right, which programming language you can go for. See, if you are going to write the code, you can go with the Java also. You can go with the Java 8, or you can go for Ruby. You can go for .NET. Which programming language you know? Using that, you can write the code. But from your AWS, we have only two languages. One is called a Node, and another one is your Python. When you pick this one, use the blueprint, that time you have only two languages. But if you go with from scratch, you guys can go with any programming language which is listed in the runtime. Lambda -s3 -DynamoDB -30 March 2023. So let me select this time also Python 3.9. Most of the time in the real time, most of the AWS engineers, they know the Python, because Python is very simple when compared to other programming language. Here we have many languages, right? C, C++, Java, Python, C#, R language, Objective-R, JavaScript, but Go language and all. But Java is very easy. For Python is very easy. I can go for Python. And click on this default execution role. And here you have to select whether you are going to go with a basic Lambda expression. It is not enough, right? Basic Lambda expression is not enough. I need to create some existing role. I need to pick some existing role. For that, I need to create a role first. Let me create a role. I am going to create a role. IAM role. Go with IAM. Let me create a three role. Let me create a three permission that I am going to attach. What is the three permission? One is related to the CloudWatch, and the other is related to the S3. Third one is related to the DynamoDB. Right? Click on this role and click on create a role. Create a role, come below. And I'm going to create a role to whom? Lambda, right? Click on this Lambda. Click on a Lambda, and here, what is this? Actually, you don't need to worry about this one. Directly click on next. Directly click on this and directly click on next. And here you can give the role name. What is the role name? Say first role I'm going to create for your CloudWatch. Say consider I'm going to create a role for your CloudWatch role. CloudWatch role. And here I can click on 1 minute. Say for an example, it is a lambda hyphen CloudWatch hyphen then S3 hyphen and
Role.
Dynamo D. Fine. Now come below, create a role. So far, I have created 1 year role. Did I assign any attachment? No, right? So I need to add permission. I need to add a permission also, right? Let me last activity using this. Where is that? What is the role name? So S3 is this one. Lambda, CloudWatch, S3, DynamoDB, a role. This is the role, right? So let me click on this. I will add the permission now. I will add the permission for this particular role. So click on add permission and either you can attach the policy if it is already exists or you have to custom your policy. You have to create your policy. Let me create a custom policy. And the one information, Jaya, you don't know this one. When Sadish covers IAM role, that time you will get to know that. Fine.
Okay.
Yes. So let me add some permission here and click on service. And what is the service? Say the service first I'm going to create CloudWatch. Say CloudWatch. Where is the CloudWatch? Here we have a CloudWatch. Click on this. And what kind of action that I'm going to perform on CloudWatch? Say I'm going to create, wait. Okay, let me search here. I am going to create, no. No. Or this one, read, list. Yes. One minute. Let me close this action. Okay, no problem. So let's leave it. Suppose we'll go to this visual editor. Cancel. I can add a permission, add an inline permission, and go to this, choose a service. I will use CloudWatch and this one. And here, let me select all CloudWatch action as of now. I will select all CloudWatch action. That's it. So request condition, is there any required? No, not required. Click on. I will add additional permission also. Click on this one more permission. So what is the another permission? So related to S3, right? I can go to the S3 this time. Select the S3 and list all object. Say I will take one permission called. I need to list all objects, right? Where is that? List all my. I think they have changed actually many things. List all my buckets. and I need to read the object also. Say I will take get object. I will take this get object. Fine. So any resources, for resources, I will take the specific ARN, I can take it. This is a specific ARN. Add ARN, add ARN. Here you need to add the ARN. So for that, we should know the bucket, right? So let me create a duplicate. And here I can create a bucket first. So click on this S3 and create a bucket. Say this is my demo hyphen a bucket hyphen 30 hyphen March 2023. And directly you can click on create a bucket and you will get the bucket ARN now. So click on this bucket. Where can I find the ARN? So here click on this properties. Here you can find the ARN, right? Just to copy this ARN. Now you can add this, add ARN. So you can paste it, slash all the resources. That's it. Click on add. Now another one is completed. Now I will add another permission. This permission is related to your DynamoDB. So I need to choose the service, which is a DynamoDB. And I will select action is, say I need to update, right? For that, we have one put item, right? This is the put item I have selected. And the resources, I'm going to add some resources, add ARN for your DynamoDB. For your DynamoDB, we need to add. Again, we don't have a DynamoDB. Let me create a DynamoDB as well. Create the DynamoDB. How can I create the DynamoDB? You already know how to create the table from the DynamoDB. DynamoDB. And click on create a table and give some table name, demo hyphen table hyphen DynamoDB table, and select the partition key. Say for an example, my example, I can take ID is the partition key. Fine. That's it. Enough. Click on create a table. Everything you can make it as a default. I have a table now. Now for this table, let's wait. For this table, I have an ARN, right? Click on this. Click on this. And here, click on this additional information. You can find the ARN for your DynamoDB. Let me copy this ARN for your DynamoDB and go to your here and let me paste it. DynamoDB. That's it. Click on add. So now I have attached 3 permissions. So one permission is related to CloudWatch. The another permission is related to S3. The third permission related to DynamoDB. Any question? Any question?
No, Dinesh.
So once it is completed, click on review policy. And you can give some name for your policy. Say this is demo hyphen policy hyphen. Say I have added the policy for CloudWatch. I have added the policy for DynamoDB hyphen S. That's it. Click on create a policy. Fine. Now let's go to your Lambda. And here I can select, right, my existing policy. Can you see the existing policy? Demo, what is the policy? Let me copy this and paste it. What happened? Okay, I need to.
Refresh the page. It's
Yeah. Okay, it is available. So this is the policy. Click on directly create a function. Now we have a function now. We have created the Lambda function, we have written the code and we have attached the 3 policy to it. Fine. Now I need to add a trigger, right? I need to add a trigger. Who is the trigger? Trigger is the S3, right? I need to add a trigger. So I already have a source, which is my S3, and where I need to find the bucket. So this is the bucket I have created. Bucket region. This is this one. This is the bucket. Okay, I have created the function different region. It's a North Virginia. And where I have created the bucket. Let's see. So this bucket I have created in the Mumbai region. Oh my God. Okay, let's create another bucket. I have to create this bucket in North Virginia. This here we have an architecture and give some name demo North Virginia hyphen bucket like that. I can give some name and click on create bucket. And this bucket again I need to change the permission also. Let me add one more permission. Create an inline policy and say I will create this S3 bucket and then I will for your S3 I can create one permission, say list all objects. I need to list all my buckets and I need to read related to set object, get option. And then resources. So let me create a specific resources. For that add ARN. And I already have a ARN. So this is the ARN. Under this, I have a ARN. And let me paste this, add ARN. What happened? Okay, that's it. Click on add and click on review policy and create a policy. This field new policy related to S3. Create a policy. So it is also attached to my this one. Fine. Now come here and this time demo bucket. Let me remove this. Demo hyphen North Virginia. Yes, this one. And event type. What is the event type? When there is a put operation. When there is a put operation, I need to send some trigger to my Lambda. Thereby that will be updated to my DynamoDB. So test completed now. Now I will go to this one and I will show guys which one I will use. Go to this downloads. Can you see one CSV file I have? This is the CSV file I'm going to use. So just it has a 3-4 column. 3 columns, store, item and count, and Calcutta item and count. Simple table I have. This table I need to reflect it into my DynamoDB. That's the requirement. Addition. Listen, see, suppose I have one CSV file. When I upload the CSV file to my S3 bucket, right? So what I need to do, I need to create this particular table into my DynamoDB. That's the requirement. Right. Now the question is, before that, did I write the code actually, guys? I didn't
No,
write the
Dinesh,
code,
we
right?
haven't.
Yes.
No.
So here I have the code, guys. This is the code. You don't need to worry about this code, how it is working and all. I will share this code. If you have a time, you can see it. And where is my lambda? This is the lambda actually. I need to add the code. Click on this code part. And code, this is simple hello world code actually. So here you can remove this and just add this code. Right? This is my file. I will share this file actually to you guys. Just add this code. Fine. Then you have added the code, right? Fine. Is there any save option available? Let me check. Is there any save option? I think no. That's it, I think so. Okay. File got added. File save. Yes, file save. That's it. You have added this particular code. Now let's check. I will go to my S3 bucket. In S3 bucket, I'm going to upload my CSV file. We'll see whether it is working or not. Click on add file. And where is the S3? I need a file, downloads. Downloads. I have that particular file. 1 minute. Where is that? This one and this one. 15th January. Yes. Here we have that CSV file. Click on this CSV file and open. Now click on upload. Now completed. Now let me check my DynamoDB. That particular table is available or not. I need to check it. That's the question, right? See, I will go to this DynamoDB and only I have created the name. When I click on this, I can click on this and export table item. And then there is no items. Why there is no item? Click on this run. Actually, it should show. What about my notification? We'll see. Lambda. Go to your monitor and click on your view CloudWatch logs. Log group doesn't exist. It means that it is not working. It means that my code is failed somewhere. I have given wrong copy paste. YC. Okay, we'll see. It's correct only. I have uploaded this file also. So find it. No issues. So the idea is same, the concept is same. Maybe there is a bug in this particular code. I will check this code and let you know tomorrow, guys. But the idea is same. What will happen, right? If you go to this DynamoDB, here you can find the table. You can see the table. How you are seeing the table? Because of this lambda, the code that we have written. Are you clear? Because you must know the idea. You don't need to worry about whether result is showing or not. That's
Yeah.
fine. I will check tomorrow the code and I will debug and I will tell you tomorrow. But are you clear with the idea? What I'm expecting?
Yeah, Dinesh.
Yes, Dinesh.
Fine. So if in the interview people might ask, hey, can you tell me how the Lambda works in your real-time project? That time you can give these two examples. For this reason, we have used the Lambda. Like that, at the time of interview, you can tell. Fine.
Okay.
Okay then. Tomorrow still we need to cover few more option with respect to Lambda. We'll see tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Dinesh.
Thank you.